Welcome my friends. Let me explain you the summary of Macbeth is written by William Shakespeare. And as you know, three witches tell the Scottish general Macbeth that he will be king of Scotland, encouraged by his wife Macbeth. Macbeth kills the king, becomes the new king, and kills more people. But of para but of paranoia, civil war erupts to overthrow Macbeth, resulting in more death. And let me start from the Act 1. From the Act 1, on a bleak Scottish moorland, Macbeth and Banquo, two of King Duncan's general, discovered three strange women or witches. The witches prophecy that Macbeth will promoted twice. To Thane of Cawdor. And what is Thane of Cawdor? Thane of Cawdor is the rank of the aristocracy bestowed by grateful kings and King of Scotland. Banquo's descendant will be king. But Banquo isn't promised any kingdom himself. The generals wants to hear more, but the weird sister disappear. And soon afterwards, King Duncan's names Macbeth, name of Cawdor, as a reward for his success in the recent battles. The promotion seems to support the prophecy. The king then proposes to make a brief visit that night to Macbeth's castle at Inverness. Lady Macbeth receives a new more her husband about the prophecy and his new title. She was to him become a king by whatever means are necessary. And there is beautiful lines in Act 1. Is this a dagger which I see before me? Is this a dagger which I see before me? And let me explain you Macbeth Act 2. And it is written Act 2 and Scene 1. And let me explain another act, Act 2. Another act is that Macbeth returns to his castle, followed almost immediately by King Duncan. The Macbeths plot together to kill Duncan. To wait until everyone is asleep. At the appointed time, Lady Macbeth gives the guards drugged wine so Macbeth can enter and kill the king. He regrets this almost immediately, but his wife reassures him. She lifts the bloody daggers by the dead king just before Macduff, a nobleman, arrives. When Macduff discovers the murder, Macbeth kills the Duncan guards in a snow of rage and retributions. Duncan's sons Malcolm and Donalbain flee, fearing for their own lives, but they are nevertheless blamed for the murder. And another act is Act 3. Macbeth becomes the king of Scotland. And Act 3, Macbeth becomes the king of Scotland but is plagued by feeling of necessity, insecurity. He remembers the prophecy that Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne and arranges for Banquo and his son Fleance to be killed. In the darkness, Banquo is murdered, but his son escapes the assassins. At his estate, Banquo at night, Macbeth sees the ghost of Banquo and worries the courtiers with his mad response. Lady Macbeth dismisses the court and unsuccessfully tries to calm her husband. And another act is Act 4. Macbeth Macbeth seeks out the witches. Macbeth seeks out the witches who say that he will be safe until a local witch, Burnham witch, marches into battle against him. He also need not fear anyone born of women. That sounds secure. No loopholes here. They also prophesy that the Scottish succession will still come from Banquo's son. Macbeth embarks on a reign of terror, slaughtering many, including Macduff's family. Macduff had gone to seek Malcolm, and Malcolm is one of Duncan's sons who fled at the court of the English king. Malcolm is young and Malcolm is young and that Malcolm is young and unsure of himself, but Macduff, pained with grief, persuades him to lead an army against Macbeth. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. It is written in Act 4 and Scene 1. It is it is the line of Act 4 and Scene 1. And the another act is Act 5. Macbeth feels Macbeth feels safe in his remote castle at Dunsinane until he is told that Burnham Wood is moving towards him. Malcolm's army is very carrying branches from the forest as camouflage for their assault on Macbeth's stronghold. Meanwhile, an overwrought and concise reading, Lady Macbeth walks in her sleep and tells her secrets to her doctor. She commits suicide. As the final battle commences, Macbeth hears the Lady Macbeth's suicide moans out. Damned spot. Out. Damned spot. This line is written in Act 5 and Scene 1. And in the midst of a losing battle, Macduff challenges Macbeth. Macbeth learns Macduff is the child. Macbeth learns Macduff is the child of a Caesarian birth, means loophole. Realizes he is doomed and submits to his enemy. Macbeth triumphs and brings the head of the traitor Macbeth to Malcolm. Malcolm declares peace and goes to Scone to be crowned king. And the last line is that of Act 5, Scene 5. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. It is the last line of Macbeth. Sorry, not last line. Act 5 and Scene 5. Macbeth, tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching and listening carefully these videos.